It's a
No,
good
you're allowed to
question.
reject it. You can reject it.
Does anybody here reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to all of sound mind through both natural and special revelation?
Do you want to burn in hell for eternity?
Yeah.
Sir, are you saying that you reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation?
Amen, brother.
It's
It
the
sounds like you
atheistic
need
Hulk
Jesus.
Hogan.
It's been, Taco, it's important the caveat that you presented, you know, been revealed to all those with sound mind.
Correct.
Amen, brother. It's just like, I couldn't imagine actually enjoying being in a Christian circle jerk where that's the kind of shit that happens. I don't mind like these kinds of circle jerks, like per se. Like I'd prefer the actual conversation over it, but dude, it's like being so bad at sports that they force you into the Special Olympics. It's like at that point, it's just like I don't even want to fucking compete. Fucking done with this shit.
See, that's the part of the good word. You don't have to be the perfect human being. You don't have to be this logical gymnastic genius.
Why is it that you reject this self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation?
Why should I reject the love of my boyfriend in order to love Christ?
You don't have to reject it.
Oh, of course, that's a question he wants to answer.
Oh,
yeah, the can I be gay question.
Yeah, you just can't live
and the question,
that way. That's the problem.
Well, no, you can live that way.
Oh, the
But
Christian
you
that
have to
ignores
realize
parts
you're
of the Bible.
living in sin. You do have to realize that you're living in sin, and you should always be striving
Yeah, reverse.
to not.
Have you ever read the Good Word?
I have read the good word. Have you
Okay,
read the good word?
what does Hebrews 10:26 say?
I wouldn't. What am I, a machine?
For those who sin willfully after having received the knowledge of Christ, there remains no sacrifice for sins. You don't get to live in sin, you fucking dipshit. Read your own goddamn book.
Everybody lives in sin. It's not about
yeah,
what
but you don't get to willfully live in
Yeah,
sin.
you don't get to willfully do that. So dude's gay, apparently. I don't know. Sounded gay to me, right? He doesn't get to live in gayness and be a Christian. That's not an option.
I love that. I love that. You know, they're always like, "Oh, covered by the grace, covered by the grace." It's like, dude, you've gotten the good news. Now you don't get grace, motherfucker.
You think he like accidents himself unintentionally? You know, has gay sex?
Just falls right into it.
John 3:15. Have you heard of it?
So this gentleman.
Yeah, for those who believe in him, yeah. Just that group, that small group of human beings, just the people that believe in him.
Whosoever believeth in him.
So this gentleman
should not perish, have eternal
still
life.
has failed.
You have to understand
to
that
provide his justification for rejecting the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to him through both natural and special revelation. I feel like he's trolling right now.
I think you're trolling, but also being precept, but also being begging the question.
Yes,
same
I'm
thing.
the premier atheist.
I'm just saying, you know, there's plenty of things in the
apologist.
Bible that seem, oh, if you do one thing, then you'll be rejected. Oh, if you do that thing, you'll be rejected. Oh, if you do this thing, you'll be saved.
Responding to you. I was responding to your accusation of presuppositional apologetics with a yes. I am the premier atheist presuppositional apologist. And I asked you a very simple question. I was asking for your justification. I asked you, why do you reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation? It's not a hard question to answer.
I think it is.
It's not hard to provide justification.
Like somebody who asked you, "Why are you a pedophile?" Like, do you need to respond to that ridiculous question?
Nobody would ask that here. Are you joking?
An obvious, begging the question, incorrect, fallacious statement? No. You don't.
Is there an argument there?
He's not strawmanning you.
The point is that you don't entertain it.
Okay, he's asking for your justification. It's a very specific thing, even if it seems wide.
That was not what he's asking. Can you say it again for us, Taco?
You reject it or not?
He's already said it like 10 times, but yeah.
He didn't say it slow enough. Can you say it a little bit slower this time?
Yeah, I'll slow down.
Oh my god.
No.
I was asking a very simple question. So the simple question was, why do you reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation?
He was asking why I reject something. He wasn't asking any answer for me to give about my belief.
Well,
he's asking why you don't reject. Yeah.
It's asking why you wouldn't agree with this, right? That's literally what's the justification? Why do you think this is not true?
I don't. I'm not rejecting that. I just don't entertain it at all.
Oh, so you're an atheist.
It's
okay.
in its very wording fallacious.
Okay, why is
How
it
is it fallacious?
Did you hear what he said?
Well,
yes.
Can you explain it to us? What you think it is? That's what we're asking. That's the whole question.
I already did this. Were you listening? I said that it is begging the question.
How?
Mm-hmm.
Is a precept argument. How
is it begging the question? Can you ask him how do you justify then? Right? You can engage him in it.
No. You don't. Like I said, you don't engage sophistry, right? There's no need for it.
But you haven't demonstrated. Like, I've just joined the conversation, and it's very clear to me you haven't demonstrated anything. You're just dismissing it.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever then.
Can you justify why you're a pedophile for me, Socrates? Can you justify that?
Yeah, that's not the same thing that's happening here.
It is. He's asking a obviously fallacious question, one that assumes something that you believe.
Right. Well, I mean, you can say why you don't believe that, right? Why you reject his view.
I already did. Do I need to say it for like a fourth time now?
So I put my position out.
That it is begging the question is a rejection of the statement.
You little sniveling brat. I put my position out in the open for you. In the question. It is a loaded question in that my position is included in there, out in the open for you to critique. I asked you, why do you reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation? Why? Why do you suppress the truth in your unrighteousness?
He's essentially asking, why aren't you atheist? That's pretty much it, dude.
It's far more than that.
You know
no, it's truth. Literally
it's
not.
Already been revealed to you. You know the truth. Look at the trees.
Have you ever seen a tree?
Yeah, well, I feel this has been a fruitful discussion.
Just shuts down. Damn. That was pretty effective,
you can't
Taco.
Handle an atheist pastor, man.
Nope. Can't do it.
Already been handled in a single sentence multiple times now.
So why do you reject the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation? Huh?
I think he just wants to believe in sin so he can engage with it.
I already said that. That's what I said at the start. He just wants to believe in sin.
I thought that guy's name that's laughing was Lemon Grab.
Lemon Grenade? That's me?
Yeah, if you've ever seen Adventure Time, that's what this guy said.
Well, maybe I said that about the other guy, but that's the only thing the Christians and Muslims ever want. They just want sin to be real. They want evil to exist ontologically with a nature outside of a conceptual one.
Horrific.
That's some good satire. It's a good meme.
Yeah, they want to believe in original.
Is it not?
Like, how disgusting to believe in inherited original sin. Why would you put that on people?
You call them the Christians memers for saying they believe in shit that exists outside of space-time. They ask you, how did the universe come from nothing?
God is real.
Like you don't call them memers when they do that shit. You address their points. And you're calling me a memer? That's unfair. You don't treat anybody else like that.
That's true. You're right. It's on me.
The earth is flat.
Good, though.
Free Donald Trump.
How deranged do you have to be to like want to classify children and babies as inherently sinful? I mean,
you just wouldn't understand.
Grotesque.
After 12 is lunch.
You see, these things weren't inherently sinful at first.
He just wants eternal torture to exist.
Right, it was some other guy's fault that isn't any of us, so we should suffer for it.
Makes sense. All of us.
Why do you want eternal torture to exist, Reverse?
Yeah.
Who said it was torture?
You don't think hell is torture?
And if you give your faith into Jesus, you don't have eternal torture.
It's just character building.
So why do you want eternal torture to exist?
I don't want eternal torture to exist.
You
then
do
stop
by
presupposing it exists and accept the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation.
Just because you say big words doesn't
presupposing my beliefs.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Have you ever seen eternal torture?
No, he's presupposing it.
I never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's rejecting what has been clearly revealed to him.
He already knows the truth.
Yeah, so you're rejecting it by believing in it. Like, you're just wanting to believe in sin and eternal torture.
Why? I was just recently in a Christian chat, and I heard this line, and it's the most annoying argument I ever hear for like a theist argument of like, I already know that you know that it's true. I already know that you believe.
Yeah, you're deluding yourself.
You just need to stop lying to yourself. I really hate that argument. It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I know your beliefs better than you.
I don't know why anybody would say that. All I've been saying is you've been rejecting the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic, atheistic reality that's been revealed to you through both natural and special revelation in your unrighteousness, which the unrighteousness would come from lying, because you'd be lying to yourself about it, right? And so you would be an unrighteous individual, and so it would be righteous to point it out to you that you're doing that.
Yeah, we're pointing it out that it's his shared reality because he's never seen intrinsic sin in babies or children, you know, or eternal. He's never seen a place of eternal torment, and yet this is what he believes.
That'll preach, Brother Ape. That'll preach.
Amen, brother.
You know, we need a Hulk Hogan soundboard in here. Goddamn.
I mean, everybody of sound mind knows it. It's not like we're projecting this. I mean, all he would have to do is present a collection of angels from Saudi Arabia, or, you know, an inherently sinful individual child, or like a place, you know, collect a place of eternal torment, you know, to justify these beliefs. But he won't do that. He just wants to reject our shared naturalistic atheistic reality of his unrighteousness.
Praise Darwin.
Why do you want to believe in eternal torment? Why do you want that to exist?
That's a great question, Brother Ape. I've been asking that all night.
Yeah, you get no answers. Damn.
Right back. I gotta take a God and wipe my Jesus.
Well, enjoy
I think
your
it's
God.
a belief in Taco. I think it's a heart problem. You know, he's got this belief in sin, and he wants there to be eternal torment.
I think it's more primal than that. I think he wants there. I think he wants there to be justice in the universe. And so, for justice to exist in the universe, for some idiotic reason, he presupposes that evil has to exist. And if you ask him for justification of that, let's just ask him. So, reverse. If good exists, does evil have to exist?
Give me a second here.
Well, I think it's worse than that, Taco, because instead of just observing good and bad aspects of reality,
that was a comedic pause while we wait for him to answer the yes or no question. Why is Ape?
Oh, I know. I was just giving him I just wanted to say something while he was thinking.
I know.
I just want to point out that we have definitions. There's ontology to good and bad, right? But because he wants to believe in eternal torment and sin, he has redefined good and bad as God and evil. Right?
Are you ready to be saved?
We have these ontological properties, good and bad, and yet they want to obfuscate and redefine it as God and evil, which totally makes no sense outside of the local scale.
What is your response to that question, Reverse?
What was the question?
If good exists, does evil also have to exist?
Oh, this is a new one. Define evil.
Do you want me to just use a standard? So this is internal, right? So you would want to define evil, but I can do that here.
Yeah, just define bad, because evil and sin don't exist, but bad does. Right? These are objective moral realities that can be discovered.
So like a standard definition of evil would be profoundly immoral and wicked.
Yeah, I think people can be profoundly immoral and wicked.
So do you think that good, which I'll define real quick,
so the God of the Bible is evil.
Good. That which is morally right or righteous. So do you think that evil has to exist for good to exist? Or if you operate from different definitions. Okay, so you don't think evil
does
has
operate.
you don't think good has to exist for evil to exist, or whatever the inverse.
Doesn't appear.
Is this the same view that you share, or are you just going off of the definitions that I provided?
What does that mean?
What is the definition of good and evil, or what are the definitions of good and evil that you operate from?
Those work.
Oh, so you don't define God as good.
God himself?
Yeah, you wouldn't define God as good. You wouldn't say good is what is God.
Righteous? I suppose you could define him as that. I mean, how could you be any more right than God?
Do you think God has done immoral things?
You caught him.
Well, just
you caught him. You just caught him.
Immoral things.
You just changed the definition of good. You just changed the definition of good to God. Now anything can be permissible. Genocide, sacrificing children to whatever.
That's a fair point. Because you could easily be more righteous than God by not drowning children.
Or summoning bears to kill children.
Well, no. You asked what would be more righteous or something like that. And I'm telling you.
Do you think you have the ability to properly and intelligently define
don't overtalk me because I hit a pain point. So
I'm not overtalking.
What I'm saying right, you're overtalking me
parts
right
of the
now.
conversation
Somebody
as
mute
well,
real
right?
fast so I can make my fucking point. So it would be more righteous to not drown a bunch of children. In fact, all of the children on the planet, than to drown them. That would be a more righteous thing to do. And so that would be how one could be more righteous than God. By not drowning all the children on the planet.
Are you done?
When God's on a mission, he's not moral because he regretted doing certain things. He regretted flooding the earth. He's within that internal critique. He's not a moral character whatsoever. He's constantly doing wicked things. He admits to creating calamity. So even don't make the mistake of defining good as God. That's you just you lose.
Do you think you can define what is morally right and wrong, intelligently and coherently?
Yeah.
Well, I don't just mean the abstract words. I mean by the actions in the world. You're not answering the question. Stop dodging.
Tell them the definition again, Taco.
Why is
good.
Because I go around every day and I see people with their morals. They think their morals are good. They think they have all the knowledge, and then 10 years down the road, it's almost like magic that their morals shift. They shift to something completely and wildly different.
Do children have different morals than adults?
People in the Bible
develop their morals
owned slaves, and now we don't own slaves, even though it's suggested in the Bible, right? I think that would be a fair analogy, right? We don't.
What do you mean
most people don't really live the way they talk. I don't know if what you're saying is true because you don't sound that old. You don't sound like you've experienced it. You sound you're just making stuff up.
Repeat. What do you mean by suggested in the Bible?
God commands Moses to take slaves, including women and children.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of laws for slavery of all types on how to manage it. I mean, there's a lot.
Having laws around something that exists is very different than telling people.
Not just exists, created. God created the slavery in that society.
If I was God, I would have been like, "Hey guys,"
yes, he did.
I would have been like,
he ordered them to slaughter the Mesopotamians, and they took the slaves.
If I was God, I would have been way more righteous. I would have been like, "Hey guys, hey Moses, don't go and own slaves and beat them to a pulp, but not kill them. Just don't do any of
And
that.
do you believe
Let's
that
open
you
up some
can
trade
say
routes
make better moral
and
decisions
maybe try to
than
build some schools?
what we define as a righteous God?
And maybe we can teach some of these people some trades, right? So some of them will be useful, and maybe some of them can learn how to be soldiers, and they can build
Are you just talking to
like a
yourself
little
right
bit
now?
of a defensive force, right? And we can have
Just going on a
a
little monologue
productive
by
trade
yourself?
route with them.
The hell is he
I
saying?
think that would have been a much more righteous action than just straight up owning people and
Can you stop
destroying
talking to
their
yourself?
descendants.
I agree.
Have a conversation and not just you talk to yourself.
Intelligence and physical productivity and setting back their descendants for generations to come.
So you just came in here to monologue to yourself? That was your goal?
Making a point.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the point was clear after like 3 sentences.
Well, if it was clear, why does this guy continue to want to believe in sin and eternal torment?
Because belief isn't like some Bayesian thing with argumentation, because people like, you know.
Look, just because there's subjectivity and people have preferences doesn't mean there's not an objective morality, right? There's user error. Minds can be faulty. So if somebody changes their position and thinks that drinking bleach is okay in 10 years, it has nothing to do with the ontology of drinking bleach. It has something to do with
the point that I was trying to make, that Taco wanted to quite clearly obfuscate away from. I was making this point that clearly humans' beliefs change quite rapidly and quite commonly. So why would you trust in your own personal morals rather than God's? Rather than the Creator's morals? Rather than the Creator's hope
because it's
for
made
humankind?
up.
Yeah. Yeah, I
because
would
we've
trust
developed better systems of morality.
Allegedly.
That's why you follow
right?
the law.
It's almost like the law is always changing. It's almost like it's not a set core belief. It's a constantly changing and shifting belief based on the individual in a society.
The way you treat people is very different.
So you have no objective morality, is what you just said. Boom. Get destroyed by subjectivism.
He's a solipsist.
Damn!
He's a Christian solipsist.
Yeah.
Well, Christian subjectivist, but
I bet you he believes in miracles, and dreams, and schizophrenia. Like, he believes a mind is responsible for the ontology of all that is. Like, minds.
I'm just saying that, if we presuppose that a creator exists, and it's the Abrahamic one, would you not put your trust in this creator mind over the shifting minds of individuals?
If you presuppose that a unicorn poops out delicious ice cream, wouldn't you put your lips, tongue, and slurp that delicious ice cream down your mouth?
Yeah, so you made a category error there.
Does somebody want to answer the question, or
so what you presented there was incoherent. You said a category error, right? Or category mistake, right? So you said that there was like a creator mind that did. So you're talking about like a human, right? Like an ape mind, because that's the creator category we have.
I did not use the word mind.
He said,
"You're saying there's a creator with no mind." So are you talking about like AI, like something that we've created?
I'm saying the words that I said.
Yeah, it was incoherent.
All right. Well, if you can't understand it, then you can sit out the conversation. That's fine.
Well, how can anybody converse with you if it's incoherent?
Incoherent.
It was like my unicorn. pooping out ice cream. It was incoherent, unjustified. It was gibberish.